Welcome everybody back to the channel. We have our supplies. Did a little stop in town. We just needed some drinks, some food, firewood, because the firewood at home is drenched, so we had to resort to Canadian Tire firewood. Spend way too much money on a little bag of firewood, but at least we can have a fire tonight. So we have everything we need. We're gonna hit the road. We don't have a specific campsite that we want to go to. We're gonna check out a couple logging roads, see what rec sites we can get to. And yeah, we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, last year we went camping as well in Ontario. We went to Algonquin Provincial Park and it was like minus 27.
Yeah.
Like my contact lenses were frozen. It was so cold. Yeah. So now I feel like I'm over prepared with these layers on right now.
Yeah.
But it's like 8 degrees, sunny here, so we're looking forward to a nice night camping out.
There's proof. Yes, that was our trip last New Year's. It's gonna be a little warmer tonight, a little bit cozier. All right, let's hit the road. Let's go find a spot to camp. Well, no such luck. Unfortunately, we came up to a spot where the snow is just a little bit too deep. We're gonna head back to the main road. There's another Forest Service road that we can go down that the snow didn't look as bad, but just like in this case here, we went down about 2 or 3 kilometers and then the snow started picking up a little bit the higher you get. If that next road doesn't work, we do have a plan C. There is a campground just in town. Still a great spot. Obviously not as away and secluded like some of these little rec sites around here, but either way, we're gonna be having a good time, having some drinks, making some food, running out of daylight here, so we're gonna go try and find a spot as quick as we can.
What?
The thing broke.
To hold it up?
Yeah.
Everything's just slowly falling apart. Everything's fine. I almost fell down the slippage.
Well, unfortunately, the time has come where that lever finally broke. Honestly, I feel like this thing has lasted way longer than I was anticipating it to, so.
We can just get a stick and hold it up.
As long as it stays down, it should be fine. Right up there.
Prancing around.
Are you camping? Are you camping?
There. I put it under them.
Well, this is home for tonight. Still not a bad spot. It's not what we exactly wanted, but it's all right. We're out in the wilderness, we're camping. We got lots of food, lots of drinks. Unfortunately, those forest roads were just a little too rough for us. The car just not really suited for going through any deep snow, and it's not really somewhere we want to get stuck without the proper equipment. So we made the call, turned around, came back to town. We found this beautiful spot just right next to the river. So yeah, I think we're gonna enjoy a couple of these guys. Just get our camp set up here, get ready for some dinner in a little bit. So yeah, here we are. There's a bald eagle that keeps flying by right by the river, and you can see him. There's one tree off to the right, and he keeps going back and forth trying to find his dinner. We're really happy with this spot. You can just hear the sounds of the river. Not many people around today. We only saw like 2 other cars on the way in, so it'll just be us.
On this 'cause my ass is wet.
It's a lot colder by the water. Got a little fire going. We're good.
Diesel's so funny. Whenever we're camping, he knows what time he has to eat, and then when it's kind of like we're just hanging out like this, we put a blanket out for him to lay down, and then we find him asking to go to bed. So he'd rather just be warm and cozy in the car.
He's a very simple boy. Any new spot he goes to, he's got to go and scout out the perimeter, check for leftover snacks or anything that he can munch on. And then once he gets bored of that, it's dinner time. He needs to eat, and he will bark, as you've probably heard in some of the past footage, until we feed him. And then once he's fed and content, he has to go up to bed, which involves more barking usually.
Yeah, he'll just he'll bark and ask to go to bed.
Yeah.
He'll give himself a bath and burp, and then go to bed. Literally a child.
Yeah, he's like
It's
clockwork.
that time, yeah. You gotta wait at least half an hour. 30 minutes? 30 minutes?
I'm not waiting that long.
Oh my goodness. You got something to say? Yeah, keep us warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you going? So, some sad news, unfortunately. I went to go fly the drone and I realized I forgot my SD card at home today. So, no epic drone shots for this vlog, unfortunately. Well, the darkness is here, so we're not quite hungry yet, so we're not gonna make dinner, but Diesel's bugging to go for a little walk, so I think it's time for a night hike. Scared yet?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're only just in the campground. It's just the part that is closed off for the winter time, so we're technically on a road, but it's still a little more spooky in the darkness.
Very dark.
Yes.
You didn't have the lights?
Yeah, it's
I
very
walked into a tree.
it's very dark. Lantern's working a little better this time. Usually once it gets cold enough, the battery will just die on me, but it's at that point where it's still good. There it is.
Yay!
Who needs fireworks when you have sparklers?
Loosen your wrists. Are we gonna use a stick?
Good or what?
Very good.
She's still hot and everything.
Very tasty.
Well, here we are eating in the dark again. We knew it would get dark really quickly, so we bought a whole chicken. All we had to do was really cut up some peppers. We had instant rice, so we literally just threw everything in the cast iron, heated it up real quick, and voila. We have neighbors now. There's a million other spots for people to pick, but they picked the one right beside us, so not the most ideal, but again, not the end of the world. So we decided to bring this party into the living room. It's getting a little cold outside, so we're gonna cozy up in here. Make some hot chocolate. If any of you watched our other videos from our travel series, this is where we like to come escape from the elements. When it's too windy or cold or nasty outside, we just come hang out in our living room. Gets crammed, but
Make it work.
make it work, get the job done.
So this hot chocolate is special because it's infused with Ganoderma lucidum, which is the reishi mushroom. So it's a healthier option for hot chocolate, and there's lots of health benefits with getting reishi into you. So that's what we drink for our coffees every day, and it's nice that there are some sweeter treats as well that we can have in our hot chocolate. So we're gonna have this and warm up.
If any of you are noticing, Atlanta is warming up her hands. No, it's probably good.
That's good.
I'm gonna throw some whiskey in mine.
Oh, it smells so good.
Everything's fogging up in here. Give her the good old knife stir. Spike mine a little bit. Just a little nightcap. Cheers, babe. Cheers to everyone else. Happy New Year. Hope you are having a wonderful evening. Good morning, everybody, and Happy New Year. Diesel and I are just out on our morning walk. The weather's not quite in our favor. We were hoping to get a little bit of a bigger hike in this morning, but that's okay. We're just going to do a little walk around this campground. Probably make some coffee and head on out of here, start the day. But we had a good, successful evening camping out in the woods. Didn't quite get to the campground we originally wanted to, but that's okay. Thankfully, there's no shortage of excellent campgrounds around here, doesn't matter where you go. Yeah, we had a good evening. We had some neighbors who were enjoying their New Year's festivities, which consisted of big subwoofers, lots of swearing, but that's okay. You want to help? And no, that's not our garbage. Cheers to another year of adventures.
Cheers.
No whiskey in this one. You can probably tell by the water all over the lens. Weather didn't really turn out in our favor, but we're still gonna get out and enjoy the day. There's a pretty cool little hike just up the road with a cool suspension bridge, so we're gonna go check that out. Come on! Woo! It was exactly a year ago today where Alana and I attempted our very first vlog. This was in Algonquin Park in Ontario, and it was a fantastic weekend. We had a great New Year's, but it ended in tragedy as it was the time where I lost my camera over the canyon. We went to Barron Canyon for a day hike, and we just got so excited. Like, the sun was just coming down. It was so picturesque. It was, you know, just trying to get those shots before the sun goes down. I just wasn't thinking, I guess. We were just trying to get all these shots in before the sun would have set. And I went to let my camera out of my tripod. It was one of those cheap little ones off Amazon, so didn't have any sort of locking mechanism. And I go to let it out of the tripod and it falls, and I'm watching this in real time as my camera falls into the canyon over 300 feet. And so I'm frantic, I'm panicking, and somehow in my mind I'm like, oh, I can still salvage my camera. So it's getting dark. I try getting down this canyon and I end up getting down there, but it's covered in snow. It was a terrible idea to even attempt that. As it's getting dark, I could have twisted an ankle and been stuck down there. Like, you just don't think of those things when your mind's going crazy. But yes, that was exactly a year ago today. And being at heights here at Elk Falls kind of makes me reminisce of times like that. But I have a nice strap. I have a good tripod with a locking mechanism, so I'm gonna make sure stuff like that never happens again. How's your hike?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty here.
I told them the story of how it was a year ago today that I dropped my camera off the cliff. What was it like consoling me that fateful day?
We couldn't believe it even happened, and then we had to think so fast, like, because I was like, either like we just leave it and it's gone, or we're like, is there a way we can go down this cliff to retrieve whatever is left, or even find it? And so that's the route we went. So I stayed up top, kind of where the camera had fallen, where the cliff was, and then Kyle made his way down very slowly, and I just remember us checking in with each other, like, hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then there was one point I just couldn't hear him anymore because he was like all the way down, until I somehow heard him say that he found it. So he collected the camera and the lens, some pieces, and made his way back up. The other thing was that it was like sunset, so the sun was going down, so that's why we're like, okay, we need to make a decision, like, are you going or are you not, because it's gonna be dark soon, we're by ourselves. It was, New Year's, so it was winter and cold. So yeah, he ended up coming back up with his broken camera, and yeah, that kind of put a little damper on our weekend.
Yes.
It was really sad because we were just kind of starting to, do this, like vlog and that, and we were really excited about it, and then the camera fell. So Kyle is currently holding the camera right now with a strap. So you could say he wears his strap on quite often.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, that was a sad day, and that was our first attempt at trying the whole vlogging thing, and I think we've come pretty far this year. We've got a few videos out. We've done some pretty awesome adventures. We learned from our mistakes. And it's a new year. We've got a camera that works, and I plan on keeping it. Thanks again to everybody who tuned into another episode. We really appreciate you guys watching. Please subscribe to our channel, this little passion project of ours. It means so much that you guys are watching. We hope you took some time to reflect and look back on your previous year, 2022, and are planning a bunch of new adventures and have a lot of new things to look forward to in the upcoming months ahead. I think it's time for us to go get some soup, warm up a little bit, get home, and enjoy the rest of the day. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
By the river.
Just out of time. Well, this is home for tonight. And it's not too bad, not bad at all. I'll try this again later.
Not bad at all, Nelson. Bye, and yeah, yeah.
Well, that about does it for another video. What?
Well, that about does it. I just want soup.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Hope you have a little bit more room
Why are you
to
so
party.
hunched over? You look creepy.
I feel
You're like, happier all about more.
I feel like I don't have much room. Happy New Year, everybody.